Whispers in the Rain. It started on a quiet afternoon, the kind where the sky is painted in soft gray and the air hums with the promise of rain. Elena had always found comfort in the melancholy of such days, wandering the old bookstore tucked between cobblestone alleys. That's where she saw him, his fingers tracing the spine of a poetry book, his eyes deep in thought, like he was listening to something only his heart could hear. His name was Adrian. They exchanged smiles, the kind that says, "I feel like I know you, even though we've never met." And somehow, that smile turned into coffee, and coffee into endless conversations that stretched into the night. He spoke in metaphors, loved the sound of the ocean, and carried a notebook filled with half-written poems he never showed anyone, until her. Days melted into weeks. Their love wasn't loud, it was the gentle kind, like a song heard through a window, or the way two hands naturally find each other in the dark. They met in secret gardens, danced barefoot in the kitchen, and left notes under pillows like whispers passed between dreams. One evening, as rain began to fall, Adrian pulled her close under a flickering streetlight. "You feel like home," he said softly. And she smiled, not the kind that showed teeth, but the kind that reached the soul, because she had never felt more seen. But life, as it often does, changed. Adrian received an offer to study abroad, a chance to chase his dreams. He asked her to come. She hesitated. Her life was rooted here. Her mother, her work, the little world they had built piece by piece. They parted at the same bookstore where they first met, no dramatic goodbye, just lingering touches and silent promises written in tears. Years passed. Elena lived a quiet life. But every time it rained, she thought of him. Somewhere in a drawer, she kept the poems he had written for her. Some unfinished. Some signed only with a single letter, A. Then one day, after a particularly long rain, she found an envelope at her door. No return address. Inside was a single page. "I found the words I could never say, hidden in every moment I lived without you. I'm coming back, if you'll still have me." He returned with a suitcase and the same smile from years ago. She didn't say anything, she just walked up, took his hand, and led him home. Because some loves don't fade. They just wait for the right time to bloom again.
The Unspoken Words. Once upon a time, in a quiet town by the sea, there lived a young woman named Emma. She worked as a painter, spending her days creating beautiful landscapes inspired by the waves and the sky. Emma had always been content in her solitude, surrounded by her art and the gentle rhythm of the ocean. One summer evening, while she was painting near the cliffs, she noticed a man walking along the shore. He was a stranger to her, someone she had never seen before. His name was James, and he had recently moved to the town to escape the busy city life. He too found peace in the calming presence of the sea. Day after day, James would walk along the beach, and Emma would paint, never speaking a word to each other. But every time their eyes met, something unspoken passed between them. It was as if they understood each other without having to say a single thing. As time went on, Emma found herself painting with more passion, inspired by the man she saw every day. James, on the other hand, found himself captivated by her paintings, knowing that they were a reflection of her soul. One evening, when the sunset bathed the sky in shades of gold and pink, James walked up to Emma. This time, he spoke. "Your paintings," he said softly, "they capture the beauty of this place in a way that words never could." Emma smiled, feeling her heart flutter. "And your walks," she replied, "they capture the peace I find in the world." From that day on, Emma and James spent their days together, walking along the shore, sharing their dreams, and learning the language of love that didn't need words to be understood. And in the quiet of the seaside town, their hearts found a home in each other.